Hi, I'm Dave Gardy for Cybersecurity TV from our studios near Washington, D.C., launching a whole new series called STIG Compliance TV, an educational series that's going to clear the fog all around STIG. And with us in the studio here to do that is one Brian Hajos, CEO of a company called SteelCloud.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming, Brian. So for the layman, what does STIG stand for as we embark on this series? And just give us an overview.
Well, STIGs are an acronym, Security Technical Implementation Guides, but at their base, they are rules that have best practice rules the government has set up for installing and supporting IT systems. So there are STIGs for operating systems, for applications, for network gear, for copiers. There's STIGs for almost anything, representing probably 20,000 controls. The STIGs are created out of DISA, DoD organization out of Fort Meade, and they're published and they're used throughout the government.
And they come out with updates every 90 days, is that right?
Every 90 days, there's a whole new set of STIGs come out. Probably very few controls change, but almost every one of the STIG policies has at least one change in it every 90 days.
So why do STIGs exist?
Well, STIGs came out of work that was done in the federal government to examine both consistency of implementation, secure implementation of IT gear, and also vulnerabilities. So if you look at a STIG control, it is there because there is a vulnerability that one of our adversaries has used to hack one of our systems. So it's taking the operating system that a bookstore may use and turn it into an operating system that the government may use to protect its assets. And that's what the STIGs do.
So it's fair to say that the STIGs are the foundation for all cybersecurity?
They really are. A secure baseline is necessary to have secure applications, to have antivirus, intrusion, NAC, and all of the other protections that we put on really rely on that secure foundation, and that's what the STIGs create.
Okay, so how do STIGs affect and impact the agility, cost, effort to deploy and support systems and applications?
Well, there are, as I said, hundreds of STIGs for an operating system. Generally, when an application is installed in an operating environment, one or more STIG controls, usually it's more than one, will break the application or not have it function, which you would expect since most applications were never developed or tested in a STIG environment. So once they get into the government network, they realize an environment they've never seen before, and so one or more of these STIG controls make those applications not operable. So the real work is for an application environment, meaning the application and all the other supporting applications that are on that application stack, is to figure out which controls are breaking it and waiver or loosen or remove those controls so the application can operate. Because every application is affected in a different way by the STIGs, this has to be done application by application, typically site by site across the government. So the same application, the engineers may go through this STIGing around the application process in every single site.
So what were the traditional approaches that the STIGs now work as a function for, and why have they not been effective?
Well, part of it, you mentioned fog, and part of the fog is the concept that the STIGs are some kind of black magic that only people that work in that area in IT can affect, and historically that's been true. It's not something that you get taught in cyber school, it's something that you learn on the job if you're a federal contractor or a federal IT professional. And you learn how to do it. You learn how to do it a little bit faster. But typically it's done manually, especially the hardening around the application. Usually it's done manually. Typically for a given app stack, it'll take 2 weeks to 2 months to do, which is why everything, as there's more focus on cybersecurity, everything slows down. ATOs slow down, the RMF process is slow, because it takes weeks or months to harden around each individual application stack manually.
So as we embark on this new series, what's the key takeaway for the user out there about STIGs? And STIG compliance for that matter?
I think the first thing that everyone should accept that does IT in the federal government, that STIGs are a good thing. STIGs are there They have a purpose. They are there to protect the information assets of the federal government. So assuming we can accept the fact that they are good and that they're basis for all security, we also have to understand that they are ubiquitous across all application stacks, whether it be cloud, whether it be classified systems, whether it be tactical systems, whether it be straight data processing systems. And it's something that just has to be dealt with by every application vendor, whether it's a custom application, whether it's a standard COTS application, and you're supporting a government network. These things are a way of life.
Well, thank you for supporting this new TV series on cybersecurity TV. We've been talking to Brian Hajost, who is the CEO of a company called SteelCloud, and that's www.steelcloud.com. And we'll be coming back into your computer periodically with more videos in the program series STIG Compliance TV. Thanks for joining us, Brian.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Gardy for Cybersecurity TV from our studios near Washington, D.C. Thanks again for joining us.